What about you guys? What do you guys think of scores?
We were supposed to look at the scores beforehand, right?
No.
Not that I did.
Elliot. Please.
No, it's okay. I just...
Editor.
Okay.
Mock
not
trial!
that
Oh!
What? Law's
Okay,
gonna get you.
Hi, I'm Wren.
I'm Angeline.
And I'm Nameera.
And this is Operation Tomatometer.
Today we're joined by two very lovely guests.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Critic.
Hi, I'm Elliot, and I am editor-in-chief of The Classic.
And we were the former producers of Operation Tomatometer last season.
In a simpler time.
Okay, let's jump into today's episode. So, if you guys haven't lost 8 lives, then you know about the new Puss in Boots movie.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Just wait. That was a good joke.
Oh my god! Okay, cool.
The joke works.
Yeah.
So, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is the latest installment in the Shrek cinematic universe. Adrenaline junkie and notorious daredevil Puss in Boots discovers that his many adventures have taken a toll on his health, leaving him with just one of his 9 lives. Teaming up with old friends and foes, Puss embarks on a journey through the dark forest to find mythical wishing star that will restore the rest of his lives.
Shrek Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
Wow.
I cried at the end of this movie.
How did y'all like the animation style? Let's start there. I think
It was
that's
like
something.
Into the Spider-Verse. Stop. Just cry.
So, the animation style, I think, because there were a lot of furry animals in this film, they did a really good job capturing every single one of those fibers and hairs. I feel like it really added to the essence, especially the dark scenes, like the contrast of it.
Oh, and the eyes too. I love
I
how
wanted to
all
have
the eyes,
eyes.
all the
Yeah.
characters' eyes were glowing, and it was a, like you said, really good contrast.
I actually saw a lot of discourse on, well, not a lot, but I saw discourse on Twitter that was comparing it to like Shrek's, like, more realistic style.
But Shrek was one of the first like animations,
Right.
like digital animations.
Right.
So I actually watched the trailer for the first Puss in Boots right after, and the animation style is so like it's like Toy Story.
They had to,
cute,
because
you
they
know
try
what
to
I
take
mean?
like a more realistic direction, because I think that's where animation was at that point. But I'm glad they took it back with like the cartoon, like, when he like flips in the air and he does that little like thing.
Yeah.
That's the cartwheel.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. I don't know. That's
I feel like it's just like really interesting because sometimes I feel like there's like a foreground and a background and it just looks so cool because it's like an animation but it makes like all of like I guess like 3D moments and like slow motion moments even better.
Yeah, that's what I love about animation. Literally, like some of the angles in the first fight scene, like it traveled with him on the floor, and it was just so much more immersive than I think a regular movie could get.
And I think it definitely contributed to like the overall like mood of it, making it sort of like a fun movie rather than like a cat like addressing his own mortality.
I think a lot of people consider Into the Spider-Verse like the top animation, and I think this is almost at that level, if not at.
I don't know. I don't know. I really like.
There were some cringy moments in this movie, but it was the dog.
Wait.
Yeah. I have stuff to say about the dog.
That
He's
sounds
cute.
like a threat.
His belly is not cute.
No, that's the point though.
That
That's
was-
the point
So
of
cute. I would have him.
That was very cringe. I agree.
What?
The thing
Yeah.
is, here's the thing. The dog was too Disney, okay? Wait, Disney doesn't own Dreamworks,
No,
right?
Universal does.
Exactly.
This is
So,
controversial.
dogs are too prevalent in media in comparison to cats. We finally have
Are
an animated movie.
I kind of
digress.
aristocrat.
We finally have an
Aristocrats.
animated movie about like a cat being the main guy, the main character.
There's a lot
right?
of
The Macho
movies.
Gato or whatever it was, right?
Don't say Macho
Yeah.
Gacho ever again.
We finally have that, and then they have to have like a dog character, even
But
though
the
it's
dog
clearly about
character
a cat.
was it is still about. You ask anybody about the movie, no one's gonna say that's the
made the
movie about the
dog.
dog in the sock.
Still, they don't need to have dog representation.
They
I'm
hear
just
Puss in
saying.
Boots, they think canines.
They don't need dog representation. This
Exactly.
is crazy.
There's dog
We're into
representation
really deep-
too much other places.
I disagree. I think it's good because then you bring in the dog audience as well.
I think it's funny though because it's like he's a service dog.
He's a pretend cat.
Yeah.
Service dog.
He is a service dog.
Living under the.
He's so
porch of the
sad.
house. He is sad.
You feel so pitiful.
I mean,
But like
That-
the
that's
voice,
true.
it was the voice that I couldn't.
Really?
Like, yeah, because
Okay,
I feel like Puss's voice was like deep, and then Kitty's voice was deep,
Right.
and then his was just like
well, I think that was,
adult man. Like
Yeah.
it
that
was
felt like
weird to
what's
me.
that guy that plays Olaf? Josh.
Josh Gad?
Oh.
No,
Like,
Josh
it's like-
Gad
I
fits
can
for
see
Olaf.
No, but this is like a Josh Gad-esque
Character.
voice.
I
Yeah,
get
but
that.
I think Olaf is like the OG. Olaf is really.
It's the
can't beat
OG's
Olaf.
like
Inspired
stupid.
the
He
community.
is an Olaf character, like the
Yes.
innocent, like maybe friendship.
What's that one in Little Mermaid? The little puffer. No.
Flounder?
Oh, Flounder.
It's giving-
I can see
yeah,
that.
that's
Flounder's
true.
like a child
Oh, actually, I
feel
feel
who
like
like
is
that.
deeply in love with Ariel. So
What?
I would not.
What
In-
subplot was
child.
that?
That's
True.
the
That's
plot.
a child.
As a child.
That's
That's the plot.
I mean, I feel like
The
in-
Little Mermaid.
I feel like in animated movies, there's always like a dynamic. Like there's the main two people who are kind of like a will they won't they kind of thing,
Yeah.
and then there's like a third wheel who's kind of like more
Oh, yeah.
immature, right? So that was kind of like a classic
Right, the
trope of
innocent,
that.
mhm.
So
But I really liked, I mean, okay, I guess I could exclude the dog from that, but like other than that, like I really liked all of the characters, especially
Yeah.
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks.
That was
Yeah.
so sick.
I
Yeah.
love the
Florida
accents.
Duke.
The
Right.
accents were the best
Oh
part
my
of that
gosh,
movie.
that their little like
Yeah.
I wasn't only invested in like Puss's story. Like I really like Goldilocks' story. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
like I don't know her dynamic with like the three bears. Like
And I love when they first introduced them. I was like scared. I was like, not Dreamworks making all the fairy tales, terrifying because the wolf too.
The wolf.
The
And
wolf,
also
I was
Jack
genuinely
Frost.
scared.
the whistle. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, but like they seemed really terrifying, and then they started speaking to the cat lady, and they were like actually funny.
Oh, the
comic
cat lady
relief.
and
Late
they were
Mama.
nice.
Mama lady.
Oh yeah, the cat
I,
lady.
I forgot her name.
Mama Luna.
Mama Luna.
Honestly, I can just imagine being like an 8-year-old watching the wolf and like
And
just being
peeing your
terrified,
pants.
like
Yeah.
Oh my
permanently
gosh.
scarred.
Eyes
Those
are
red
red.
eyes were such a great
Right.
choice.
So,
Yeah,
like,
and it's even scarier because we know the whole first scene of this movie is Puss is immortal and like is not scared of
Flipping
anything, not even
around,
dying.
dancing.
And then the next scene is him coming in and Puss running for his life, and he has a panic attack at some point, and it's like he's terrifying.
I don't know. They played into that wolf stereotype, and I feel like death is
What else are you gonna do
misunderstood.
Oh,
you know?
that was another like discourse I saw. Like, is Death the villain? Like, do you think Death
I don't
was
think
the
Death
villain?
is
in
the
this
villain.
Not necessarily.
Right.
I think Puss is his own villain.
Yes.
Right.
I
I agree.
that's deep.
Along with Jack Horner, but
Jack Horner was such a funny little character.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was like mocking,
Little.
like. Oh, okay, funny.
Funny.
But no, it was like mocking, like the. Like the big like CEO guys of today,
Yeah.
right? It's like this
Yeah.
guy who has
Square.
had
Robert
everything.
Barons. Robert
All of-
Barons.
right.
Yeah.
Robert Barons.
also in Spider-Verse.
Oh,
Never
big,
mind.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he has everything he could ever ask. He has like a stable, like family.
And all
They
the
have like a
magic.
job. They get handed down, passed down CEO to him. Like, and he
Although-
just turns out evil.
Although he did mention like childhood trauma in
With
earlier in
Pinocchio.
the movie.
That's where Pinocchio
Yeah.
was.
Pinocchio.
But that was like the only thing. He had like everything else. But he was just like, oh.
I feel like he was saying that because he had to put up like a mental shield against the consciousness. By the way, that was my favorite character, the cricket. Or whatever.
Oh, the
Oh,
cricket! Yeah.
yeah.
Played the
Oh
cricket.
gosh, I really like the cricket.
Oh,
I
the
don't know.
ethical bug.
The ethical.
The
Oh,
ethical
because they
bug.
couldn't say Jiminy Cricket for some reason. Okay.
I don't think it was supposed to. Oh, yeah, never mind.
It was supposed to be Jiminy
Yeah,
Cricket.
Oh,
that
that's
makes
true.
sense.
But man, I just really like all of the characters in this movie. Like it was. I'm so glad I wasn't only focused on them because even in Shrek, like it was like all of the characters that made the movie whole.
I
Yeah.
did, however, I wish, because they were doing this kind of like in lieu of Shrek, but like also like in that universe, I would have wanted like the Muffin Man to do something here. I always wanted to know more about him.
There was a flashback, like when it was showing like all the 8
Yeah,
movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the only time it was shown.
What do y'all think
It
about the
would've been
fight
fun.
scenes? I feel like those are probably some of my favorite parts
Yeah,
of
those
the
were
movie.
good.
Oh,
The
the fight
dialogue,
scene.
it wasn't just their action, it was a dialogue back and forth that was like really impactful too.
What do you think of the kitty character?
Kitty saw
Was
paws.
Kitty ever was in Shrek? No.
I think she was in
No.
Puss in Boots 1.
She was in the first one, but she was not in Shrek.
Yeah.
Oh, when he left her at the altar, was that in the
But she
original
also
Puss in
didn't
Boots?
go.
Yeah, that was.
So it's
I was surprised by that.
trust
But that
issues.
was a good, because I really just thought it was gonna be like a heist where he like ditched her or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know, when they revealed that it was just like a wedding, I was like, holy moly.
I love these characters. Puss in Boots is such a good character.
And
Yeah.
it feels like almost like stupid to say like, I don't know, like liking a children's movie so much, but honestly like this was great.
There was
Yeah,
some
what's-
deep symbolism.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
100%.
mortality.
Like
Exactly.
like you don't really want your 8-year-old going home and going like, hey, what's that? Like, is
It's a wolf.
Am I gonna die someday?
that guy gonna come after me someday? Have you seen him? Okay.
Honestly, I would say maybe my top movie of 2020. Well, two.
Really?
It's not. It's
Over-
2020. It came out on Christmas.
Wait,
right?
Over
So it's
Glass
2022.
Onion. This is
I think
not
so.
over Glass Onion.
I'm sorry. I think so.
Wow,
That's a
Wow.
that's a take.
bold.
So that's a take.
Okay.
It's a hot
Maybe
take.
That's
just a little bit above Glass Onion.
Okay, so then
I did like
speaking
Glass
of, let's go into scores. What'd you give
Sure.
this then?
Wait, no, I have to think now. Because I'm liking it more and more as I talk about it. Like, after I watched the movie, I watched, like, the first... By the way, in the trailer, they could have had a scene where it just goes silent and the whistle, because the whistle is just
Ooh.
The
so
whistle.
good.
Very nice.
I would give it a 97.
97? That's like a
That's
near
crazy.
perfect movie.
That's
Last week you gave Glass
Right, okay,
Onion
well,
a
Glass Onion wasn't your perfect
96 or something.
I would give it a 93. The
Okay,
dog has become
still
more
in the 90s now.
awkward. Like,
Yeah, the dog like
But
takes
you
on
needed...
points.
That's what you get with children's animated
I might be
movies.
pulling this a little down, but I think I'm gonna give it an 89.
oh,
that's not
89.
bad.
That's
That's
solid.
good.
I think there's a lot done well. I feel like I would have wanted like a little bit more fan servicing, just because like
fan service towards
But
Shrek.
it's a
'Cause I
whole
like-
different...
I know, but like it's all in the same universe, and they're making like the hits, and I'm like, make the hits that people want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sucker for Shrek because I want more Shrek.
There was a little glimpse of
There's a
it.
little
I feel like
glimpse.
Shrek, I feel like she mentions Shrek in every animated
No,
thing
I
we talk
don't.
about.
What other...
Shrek was
It was
influential.
moving.
Honestly, Shrek
Controversial.
was iconic.
Influential.
Yeah.
It really
All,
walked
how
so.
many are there? 3?
4.
4. All 4.
Plus the
Okay,
musical.
Forever After is not that great. I'm not gonna lie.
Namira would know.
Shrek 2,
have to rewatch
8.
The
it.
Shrek connoisseur right here. Yeah.
Shrek sees the one where they drink the potions and like they're like, I need a hero.
So
Oh
what
my
would
That's
god!
the one!
Okay,
That's
I
the
see what
one.
you mean.
What would
Now I
you
wanna
give
watch
Shrek?
all the Shrek
Like
movies.
the original?
Original Shrek, it had Lim to be the Loka at the end, right?
I don't know.
I think it did. Shrek original is not my favorite. Shrek 2 is my favorite, 100%.
Okay, what would you give Shrek 2?
Shrek 2 on a scale like 100? Like
100.
no, like a 92.
That's not much more than this one.
No, okay, fine. I take it back. Wait. Let me think. Honestly, like a 95. That's it. Final.
Okay.
95 final.
I promise you, Shrek the musical is worth the watch.
Is it worth?
It's
Ooh,
worth
I've
watch.
never seen it. I want
What
to.
about you guys? You guys think of scores?
We were supposed to look at the scores beforehand, right?
No.
Elliot.
Not that I did.
Elliot.
Eve.
No, that's
Eve.
okay. I just
Editor.
okay. I
Mock
not that I
trial.
did.
Oh.
Law's gonna
Okay,
get you.
I liked it, but I didn't love it. So
That's what I'm saying. I
But-
wouldn't rewatch it. Is what I'm saying.
I
yeah,
would
but
rewatch
I feel like for me, like it and not love it is like a 75 or an 80, not like an 89 or 90. No offense. I think that's a really good score still. Like having a 75 or an 80 around there, like that's solid still.
Let's haggle
That's-
with you. Bring it up. You need to go
Okay.
higher.
We need to peer pressure you a little bit because
84.
84.
That's a good movie, but it's not like exceptional or anything. It's not
Okay.
like Toy Story.
I
but
get it.
Toy Story is
Toy Story
exceptional for you.
is...
Toy Story has like
You thought
is
Toy
very
Story was
high rated.
exceptional?
Lion King.
That's where you have to.
What?
I'm
Lion King
sorry.
is 100.
I'll increase my score.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. We're bullying. Okay, you know what?
86.
Okay, Jasmine.
86.
86.
You
I'll
know,
take that.
you know what? I'm gonna give it a solid 90. I
Oh,
feel
okay.
like relatively, in comparison to all the other movies, if we're thinking about 2022,
Especially animation.
yeah,
23, like,
animation, I think
sure.
a 90 is pretty solid.
think
But
so.
in the realm of like kids-oriented movies, I feel like it does a pretty good job. Like, it gets the job done and in a unique way.
it's memorable.
Consider this. We, as teenagers, were able to watch it and enjoy it.
True,
That's what I was
that
saying.
is-
Like,
That's true.
it's the audience variety that it's able to capture.
Yeah.
I'm a 93, 97, 89.
It's like
86.
92.
That's probably 90, like 90.
I'm gonna say
91.
89. I think because they kind of
89.
drag it down.
Sorry.
My 97 is still holding on.
No,
that's
it would be
true.
about a 90. I
Okay,
think.
we'll just say
Like
90.
Mental
91.
math. I can't do mental
That's
math.
okay.
Yeah, because the
I did
97 plus the 84, that's
We
like...
need
Oh,
to, like,
wow. Okay,
references.
Jasmine.
Whoa! No mathies around here.
I think that about wraps up today's episode. Stay tuned for more Tomatastic content from Operation Tomatometer on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Be sure to check out The Classic and The Classic Critic on Instagram and TikTok at Townsend Harris Classic to see our bloopers, behind-the-scenes content, and other cool projects.